the digestive system can play into fibromyalgia symptoms or even problems with chronic unexplained pain, other immune type issues. So one of the biggest gains that we've had, also one of the worst things that we've had when it comes to medicine, is antibiotics. Now, antibiotics are great, they're life-saving. However, they've been grossly overused and they've caused a lot of damage to the digestive system. Not only does it destroy a lot of the beneficial bacteria in there, but over time it also helps or aids in damaging the lining of the gut. Now, a big contributor to this is these NSAID drugs like acetaminophen, ibuprofen, things like that. Things that people oftentimes use for their pains when dealing with something like fibromyalgia. So they'll use those things to help with pain, but it will further damage the lining of the gut. It'll further tax the liver. And then over time, these will lead to more problems of pain, more problems of inflammation. Now, when that lining of the gut gets damaged over time, the particles of food that we eat don't get digested properly. Now, some of these end up in our bloodstream and they end up there in a form that's not usable by the body, and they become essentially something that the body can use. And we end up with waste materials that start collecting in our bloodstream. Now, our body's got amazing mechanisms for dealing with this kind of thing. So the liver starts going to work trying to get this stuff out of there. And then what the liver can't handle, some of it gets pushed into the lymphatic system, which then starts to push things into our connective tissue, aka our muscles, tendons, different places like that. Now, what's one of the common things with fibromyalgia? It's this terrible muscle sensitivity and muscle pain, right? They do want to test these tender points. Well, if you've got a system that's completely overburdened by this and you're carrying a ton of extra fluid, a ton of extra waste materials, the muscles and nerves become incredibly sensitive. That's why when you press on these areas, it can be very, very tender, as we find in fibromyalgia. So rather than just loading up on more drugs, which further damages the digestion, further damages the liver, and then just perpetuates this issue, we not only have to address all this extra fluid, all this extra waste material, but we also have to start healing the lining of the gut. Now, I will get into that more further as I move forward with these, so please stay tuned.